I'm coming here with my first podcast sponsored by Main Street Mortgage, 50 and Fabulous, What We've Learned in the Trenches. I'm going to be working with women and men and really getting to know them and learning what their life experiences have been, how they have gotten to where their careers or their successes have been, what they've gone through to get to where they've been, and really just getting to know each other on a personal basis and getting to know each other so we can work together in the future and just getting to know each other on a, personal and friendship basis as well. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be innovative. And I'm really excited to have my first guest, who is a dear friend of mine, Heather Marton.
Thank you for having me, Gina. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here. I think I'm more excited. And, we've known each other, I think, for, I say 50 years, but it's really only been about 7 or 8 years. And our friendship has just blossomed. But I think it's more of a friendship. It's a working relationship. It's a friendship. My daughter's been working for you. And I've just seen everything that you've gone through and what you've done now with this new business. And I can't wait to talk a little bit about that. So tell me just a little bit about your background, and then I'll jump in a little bit with some questions for you.
Sure. And I am also just honored to be here. I love your family. I love you.
I've adopted her in my family too.
We've worked together here at Main Street Mortgage, so I have some real solid, just lovely feelings about John and Main Street and being here with you and supporting you in this new venture. I'm super excited. And yes, things have changed drastically in the last year for me. Opened Watch Me Creations last year, and it has just blossomed into something I never could have expected. And after 36 and a half years.
I was going to say, let's talk about the mortgage career, because that was a long, long portion of your life. And for you to go out of the mortgage industry after 36 years and go out on your own, and I've watched you do this from day one in your home. And I just want to say, first of all, I'm so proud of you. But second of all, to take that leap, to take that paycheck, to take that W-2 income, to go completely business for self is scary. But yet I'm seeing you doing it. And your grand opening was fantastic. But tell me a little bit about going from mortgage to doing your own business and how that's all transpired through your life right now.
Well, I think if anybody knows just how scary it's been, it's you. You've been beside me the whole way from day one. Even when you, at moments, might have thought I was crazy.
I tell you to cancel your surgery twice. A foot surgery.
Right?
We're not doing that right now.
Yes. There are days that I appreciate you being the boss of me for sure. And sharing your insights and your compassion for me and how this has transpired has been just a fundamental support. I don't think I could have done it without you and your girls and the family support. It's been tremendous. And yes, 36 years in mortgage. I started when I was still in college as a receptionist.
I read about that.
And worked my way up. And just kind of never left. I have a degree in finance and marketing, so it kind of all worked. And I loved it. I really, honestly, am so forever grateful for my time in the mortgage industry, the relationships I've built, the friendships, the clients, the camaraderie within the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's all relationship based.
Most definitely. It's definitely.
We wouldn't be here without those relationships.
Yes. I mean, I have to agree 100%. Networking is huge. The mortgage industry can be really tough, just like owning your own business. So you really have to work on those relationships, completely follow up, make sure that every day you have a game plan, because you never know. It's kind of doing the same thing. It's being in our industry, it's owning your own business. It's just, you never know sometimes from day to day. So, I mean, leaving the industry, something that you knew for 36 years, that you could pretty much do it with your eyes closed, to starting something with just your sewing machine out of your house and some beads and some watchbands. I'm just like, this girl's crazy. But I am wearing one myself, and she's got one beautiful one herself. And I've just seen it blossom. You have your own studio now that is absolutely gorgeous. And if you haven't seen it, you're going to have to go see it. I'll let her give you the address because I just know it's across the street from me. It's totally dangerous.
We got to keep it close.
We had to keep it.
I got to stay close.
I can walk, and I can walk there. But the studio is beautiful, and everything you've done to the studio, you're so creative. And I think it's important that you talk a little bit about your studio and talk about everything that you put into the studio. And, where do you see yourself? I mean, you've been a divorced single mama, just like I have for many, many years. That's a whole game plan in itself. You have highs and lows at those times, but tell me where you see this business going and kind of where you see it going within maybe the next year or so.
So you mentioned, I left mortgage after 36 years. It was terrifying. I was afraid of all of it, but the excitement and my passion for this fueled it. It literally wouldn't let me sleep. This last year, it's been just kind of like my brain opened up and all of it just poured out. And while I loved mortgage and I am eternally grateful for the 36 years, and those relationships sustain me just like ours. We met through mortgage and through networking. It started as a passion project. I was doing it part-time for another company and just doing their sales. And when I left that company and I didn't want to wear their bands anymore, I'm like, I need a band. What am I going to wear? I need my own. So I had to figure it out and went to my local shoe repair guy, and he helped teach me how to sew on leather. I went to my sewing machine repair guy, and he showed me what machine I needed. And I knew I was on the right path when everywhere I turned, the door opened.
Right.
And I knew it was the right move. It was scary financially, emotionally. I say it all the time that the thing that I missed most about mortgage is that I knew it. I knew it inside and out. And I didn't have like a lot of questions. I knew the answers. People came to me and I knew the answers. In this new space that I'm in for Watchway Creations, I don't know the answers 90% of the time.
But you figure it out. You figure it out.
And there's no phoning a friend because I don't know anybody else doing this, really.
Right.
So it's a matter of figuring stuff out all day. I have it on my computer that everything is figure outable.
Yeah.
And it's problem solving. It's doing right by our customers every single day with every single order, making sure that they're happy, making sure that we're doing the right thing, making sure that if we need to fix something, we fix it right away. And it's been a huge learning curve. I mean, there's no way around it.
There have been definitely
highs and lows.
Yeah.
Really high highs and really low lows. And the studio has been everything. It's been amazing. It's been scary. It's been exciting. I walk in and it's just such a happy space. I'm so happy to be there. Everything from the colors and the wall hangings and everything that we have in there, it just makes my heart go.
It's absolutely beautiful, and it's something that is just a beautiful space. I go in there just to say, hey, I'm going to relax in here. It's a beautiful space. But I think what I thought was most interesting, and I was so proud of our community and our network of, people that helped, was how many people you had before that grand opening that stepped up and helped you. I mean, I'm not creative, and I even tried to come in and help you. And you kept correct. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. But everyone that came in to help you, which just, it was amazing. I mean, you had people wallpapering your bathroom. I mean, you had so many people that stepped up in this community, and it was so nice to see. And it turned out just wonderful. So I want you, before I forget, to put your address, so tell your address where it's located.
Sure.
So people can come in and see it.
Our address is 31322. I had to make sure that was right. Suite 110, Via Colinas. And it's right here in the campus. And the amazing thing about the space is not only do we work there, but now it's available for events. You can come in and have an intimate event under 20 people or under. Speaking engagements, birthday parties. We do Build-A-Band evenings. We do charcuterie boards and champagne. It's just a magical space.
Yep.
I walk in, and even if I'm having a rough day, that space elevates everything.
I know you're having something next Thursday at the studio. So it's a happy hour, I believe. So tell us a little bit about the happy hour and what it's going to be involved.
We just want to open our doors to the community and get more involved with the local people. We do a lot online. So I've really felt that one of my missions is to be involved in the local community and do more networking. So we decided to do happy hour next Thursday from 5 o'clock to 7 at the studio. We're going to have charcuterie boards, champagne and wine. And it's just a fun event to have people in the space. With all the new things that we're offering, we wanted to just make it available.
Yeah, that's so fun too, to do those type of evenings. We did one here a couple months back, and it was so fun. It was a thirsty Thursday. It was light. It was fun. We had a lot of people attend, but it was just a really nice, evening where we all just kind of got to know each other a little bit better, and people I hadn't seen in a long time. So the community involvement, I always feel, with networking for our businesses and so forth is so important. But something else I want to talk about, because this is 50 and Fabulous, what we've learned through the trenches. I know you're a single mother, just like I am. And I know your son, Evan, is just going to college. So talk about how that's been for you and kind of what you've learned and where you're at with that now. And he's almost 18 and, just where your life is and kind of what you're expecting, for your future with that.
It's such a mixed bag, as you know. And thankfully, I've had people walk this path before me that I've been able to watch. I've watched you navigate the college with your girls and how you've just championed that for them and supported them. And that's been a huge inspiration for me.
Because it can be done.
Because it can be done. As you don't know, I'm doing it on your own.
It's scary.
It's scary. It's not easy. And the support of our friends and the support of those closest to us, those are the relationships you count on in the hard moments. And when we have hard days, we talk to each other for 1,000 times or so. And it's a lot. It's a lot looking at my son and helping him to navigate, what he wants for his future, and managing those expectations and supporting him in every way, shape, and form that I can. Wanting him to just know that I have his back. At the end of the day, I think that's the most important thing. He can be anything. I don't care what he chooses to be. So long as he's a good person and contributes to the community,
right,
and is happy. I want a happy kid.
That's what I always say too. I mean, everything on the external part, I get, where people say, your girls are so beautiful or fun. And I said, you know what, they are, but they're more beautiful inside. And to me, that means we've done good jobs.
Right.
That's what means the most to me, is that they are good humans. They are sweet. They love seniors. Chrissy's best friend at the gym is 75. I mean, that means, though, the most to me.
And they are. They're amazing girls, women.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, they're women. And they're one of them's my goddaughter. I adopted her from the way. And the other one works for me. I mean, I couldn't possibly love them more if they weren't my own. And they know to call me. They know that I'm available to them. They know that I've got their backs and that we are a family now. And as you and your family are as well. And Evan knows that too. When I'm away, he knows he can call on you, although I'm usually with you. But he, when we had trouble figuring out how to register him for Moore Park, he called Chrissy at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she was the first to help him jump up and help right away. And thanks to her, we got him all the right classes.
That is a hard navigation. Moore Park is, you got to be up early and you got to be on your A game because those classes go fast.
The old saying that it takes a village is so true. And thank goodness for you and your family and that you walked some of these paths before me, because it really makes a difference.
And I think that it's all about the community. I think that's why I'm so excited to work on this podcast and so excited to get to know people and just support one another. And, it's just that, we say it's 50 and fabulous, what we've learned through the trenches, but yeah, what we've learned and how we've overcome and how we've learned to, I guess, better ourselves. And just, the person we are at 30, we're not the same person at 50.
Yeah.
So we've learned a lot. And hopefully what we've learned is something that we can use in our careers, we can use with our families, and we can share that, and we can share for them, because it's very important. Knowledge is power. We can't share that, then we're not doing, all of our due diligence, I feel.
I think at this point, we're also, 30 was so different, and
30 was
50.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I feel a lot more humble in a lot of ways.
It is.
We've learned that we don't know everything. We've learned that we make mistakes. We've learned that, you skin your knees. You don't even necessarily just skin them, but you need surgery sometimes on them.
Yeah.
And getting back up is harder and harder. But it is about the community that you have around you. I couldn't have possibly done what I did this last year without the community around me, the people that are closest to me, the people who have cheered me on the hard days, mainly being you, and who have supported me. And even when we thought it was crazy, even when I thought, can you make a living on watch bands? I mean, can you really do this?
And it's been amazing. You can. So I've watched it, and I know when your shows are on, I can't get all of them, but it's amazing. I mean, I just saw, your grand opening. People flew from different parts of the country for this grand opening. And they were all so sweet. I'm actually friends with them. They were. I mean, they came. They were nice. They were supportive. They were sweet. So, I mean, I think you are on the right track. I think this business is going to be a huge hit. And you know that you always have a home here at Main Street Mortgage if you want to come back to mortgage. But I think, Heather, that you have just done a great job. I am proud of you. I am honored to be your friend. And I'm so thankful that you've been on my show today, and that you're my first person on 50 and Fabulous, sponsored by Main Street Mortgage. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for having me. You got it.